Welcome to Srimati LP Savani Vidya Bhavan, Social Science Standard 10th. Good morning, students. Social Science Standard 10th, Chapter number 6, Places of Indian Cultural Heritage. The cultural heritage of India is rich and prosperous. India, as well as foreign visitors, are attracted to visit the places of cultural and natural heritage of India. In this chapter, we shall study about the various cultural places with cultural and natural heritage. Starting with Caves of Ajanta. The famous caves of Ajanta are situated in Aurangabad district near Ajanta village. They are important from the point of view of art and Vastu. These caves are divided into two divisions. First is caves based on wall paintings and second, caves based on sculpture. Caves of number 1, 2, 10, 16 and 17 have excellent paintings on the walls and have attained the highest rank in wall painting. The theme of these wall paintings is Buddhist religion. Ajanta caves are divided into two categories and they are the Chaityas and the Viharas. Chaityas means temple halls for Buddhist monks, whereas Viharas means Buddhist monasteries where Buddhist monks reside and study. Further, cave number 9, 10, 19, 26 and 29 are the Chaityas, whereas the remaining caves are Viharas. Ajanta caves were forgotten with the passage of time. But in 1819 AD, an English captain, John Smith, he rediscovered them. Ajanta caves are the magnificent example of Vastu, art of paintings and sculpture. The fine blending of wonderful art of painting, sculpture and architecture of Ajanta caves has earned pride for an Indian art. Next, Ellora caves. Ellora caves are situated at Aurangabad district in Maharashtra. There are 34 caves in all. There are 3 groups of caves, temples, and they are different from each other. The cave from number 1 to 12 are Buddhist caves. Number 13 to 29 are Hindu caves. And from number 30 to 34 are the Jain caves. Thus, they are divided into 3 groups. Hindu caves are built during the reign of Rashtrakuta dynasty. Kailash temple is situated in cave number 16. It is 50 meter long, 33 meter wide and 30 meter high. This temple is carved out of single massive rock. This temple is adorned with beautiful doors, balconies and series of pillars. The beauty of temple cannot be described in words. They are constructed during the time of 600 AD to 1000 AD. It is a live display of ancient Indian civilization. The caves divided to Hindu, Jain and Buddhist religions, as per the categories mentioned above. Ellora campus is not only an example of magnificent creation of art, but also an example of excellent technology. It describes about the patience of Indians. Elephanta caves. These caves were built in the Arabian Sea, 12 kilometers away from Mumbai in Maharashtra. There are 7 caves in all in Elephanta. There is a huge stone monument of an elephant. On seeing this structure, the Portuguese named this place as Elephanta. Many beautiful figures have been carved out of them. The magnificent Trimurti temple in cave number 1 is the best specimen of sculpture. In 1987 AD, UNESCO has placed Elephanta cave in the list of World Heritage. Local fishermen also call it as Dharapuri. Next, Mahabalipuram. Mahabalipuram is located 60 kilometers away from Chennai. This city of Tamil Nadu is famous for its splendid temple architecture and seashore. Narasimha Varma I who was popularly known as Mahamalla, belonged to Pallav dynasty. 7 temples were built here. At present, only 5 chariot temples exist, out of which 2 temples have submerged in the sea. There is an amazing figure of Lord Vishnu in smiling pose. Besides, there is an idol of goddess Durga slaying Mahisasur is worth seeing. Mahabalipuram, which was an unparalleled architectural rock sculpture, was also a famous harbour of ancient times. Next is Pathadakkal Memorial. Pathadakkal was the capital of Chalukya dynasty and it is 16 kilometers away from Badami Nagar. It has the Dravid style of architecture. There were these temples were built during the 7th and 8th century. Virupaksha temple is the biggest temple in Pathadakkal. Temples at Khajuraho. The temples of Khajuraho are situated in a small village named Khajuraho at Chhattarpur district of Madhya Pradesh. Khajuraho was the ancient capital city of Chandela Rajputs of Bundelkhand. So, temples were built by these kings during their reign, that is from 905 to 1050 AD. Presently, out of the 80 temples, 25 temples are in existence. Most of them are Shiva temples, whereas some of them are Vaishnav and Jain temples. They all have similar type of architecture and sculpture. The 64 Yogini temple is the main temple over here. The Toran, that is the arc of the temple, is the best example of ornamental style of architecture. At every place which we are referring over here, the different places, we can see in Mahabalipuram, the type of sculpture was different. Chariot temples were there, whereas here we can see the construction of the Toran is of an ornamental style of architecture. All of the temples were constructed with granite stone. Khajuraho temples were constructed in Nagar style art of sculpture and art of Vastu of Khajuraho temples. Sun Temple of Konark. The Sun Temple of Konark is situated near the Bay of Bengal at Puri district in Odisha. It was constructed in the 13th century during the reign of King Narasimhavarma I, who belonged to the Garg dynasty. This chariot temple, drawn by 7 horses, took the form of chariot of sun god. Means it looks like a chariot of sun god. It has 12 massive wheels providing beauty to the pedestal of the temple. The 12 massive wheels look very beautiful at the pedestal level. These wheels reflect 12 months and each wheel has 8 spokes. You can see here in the figure, one wheel has been shown with 8 spokes. The 12 wheels for 12 months of the year, whereas 8 spokes which shows the 8 prahars of the day. Details and motifs and the subject diversity of this temple is unparalleled. This temple has been built by black stones, hence it is also called as black pagodas. These remains reflects the sculpture and civilization of 13th century of Odisha. Bruhadeshwar Temple. Next is Bruhadeshwar Temple. This temple is located at Tanjore in Tamil Nadu. The temple was built during 1003 AD to 1010 AD. It is a Shaiva temple, so it is called as Bruhadeshwar. It was built by King Rajaraja I of Chola dynasty. It is known as Rajrajeshwar temple also. The height of this temple is 500 feet and its width is 250 feet. It is spread in a vast area surrounded by the walls. Its summit is 200 feet high above the ground. Hence, this temple attained the place in the temples of high pinnacles. This is a marvelous heritage of architectural art of India due to its gorgeous and huge size of pinnacle and artistic decoration. The best temples of South India in that it has a place, and it has been constructed in the Dravidian style of art. Next is Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar, located at Delhi and was built in the 12th century by Qutubuddin Aibak, who was the founder of Ghulam dynasty. After his death, the remaining work of Qutub Minar was completed by his son-in-law Iltutmish. This is 72.5 meter tall skyscraper made out of round red stone and marble. Its circumference is 13.75 meter at its base, and it reduces to 2.75 meter at its top. The verses of Quran have been engraved on it. It is the tallest stone minaret of India. Next, Hampi. Hampi is situated on the bank of river Tungabhadra of Hospet in Bellary district of Karnataka. Hampi was the capital city of Vijayanagar kingdom. The rulers of Vijayanagar kingdom were the lovers of art. Peculiar type of architecture was developed in Vijayanagar during the reign of King Krishnadev Rai, who was considered to be the king with the golden period of art, as the art reached to its highest peak. The main feature of architecture style of Vijayanagar was to carve out huge and magnificent pillars from the stones. Pillars and columns were made artistically and were adorned with the figures of gods, goddesses, humans, animals, warriors and dancers. In Hampi village of Vijayanagar, during the reign of Krishnadev Rai, the Vithala temple and the Hajara temple were built. And other than that, Virupaksha temple, Achyutrai temple of Lord Krishna are the best examples of architecture at Hampi. Humayun's tomb. The tomb of Humayun at Delhi is the best specimen of the Mughal architecture. After the death of Humayun, it was built by his wife, Queen Hamida Begum. This tomb was made in Iranian style of art. Red and white stones were skillfully used in it. Next, Fort of Agra. These are the different forts of the Mughal period. The constructions of Mughal period or the Mughal architectural style we can see in these monuments. Fort of Agra is in Agra city of Uttar Pradesh. It is made up of red stones, hence it is known as the Red Fort. It was built by Akbar in 1565 AD. We can see the reflection of Hindu and Iranian style of art over here. The fort has 70 feet tall wall with 1.5 mile circumference. Red stones are skillfully embedded on the wall in such a way that no cracks can be seen on the wall. Yes, the wall has been made, even though it is made out of stones, but we cannot see any cracks in between them. It is so finely made. Jahangir Palace was built by Akbar in this fort. The architectural style of Bengal and Gujarat on Jahangir Palace can be seen clearly. Shah Jahan had spent the last days of his life in this fort. Next is Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is located at Agra in UP on the bank of river Yamuna. Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It was built by the Mughal king Shah Jahan in the memory of his queen Mumtaz Mahal. Mumtaz Mahal died in 1630 AD. After her death, the construction of Taj Mahal started in 1631 AD. It was completed in 1653 AD and it took 22 years to complete Taj Mahal. Shah Jahan used expert Indian sculptures beside Iranian, Arabian, Turkish and European sculptor and artisans were also engaged in the construction of Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal is counted as one of the best tombs of the world. It is a tomb. The building of Taj Mahal is spread in rectangular shape from north to south. The grave of Mumtaz lies in the center of Taj. It is surrounded by beautiful artistic octagonal fence carved out of stone. A beautiful saying is engraved on the ark where it is written, "Pious hearts are welcome in the garden of paradise." The architecture of Taj glorifies the rich heritage of India. Red Fort. Red Fort, located at Delhi, was built by Shah Jahan in the year 1638 AD. This fort is made up of red stone. Shah Jahan founded city named Shahjahanabad in the same fort, which was named after him. The fort includes Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas, Rang Mahal, etc. Diwan-e-Khas is more magnificently decorated than other buildings. It is decorated with an amalgamation of gold and silver embedded with precious stones. The other buildings of Red Fort are Rang Mahal, Mirror Palace, that is the Aina Mahal of Mumtaz, Lahori Gate, Meena Bazar and Mughal Garden. Peacock Throne is the best exquisite creation of this fort, which Nadir Shah took along with him to Iran. Red Fort is one of the outstanding buildings among the Mughal art of architecture. Every year, our Indian flag is hoisted on the Red Fort on national festivals. Next is Fatehpur Sikri. Fatehpur Sikri is 26 miles away from Agra in Uttar Pradesh. Akbar founded this city in the memory of Sufi saint Sheikh Salim Chishti. He made this his own capital city. The building construction of Fatehpur Sikri was started in 1569 AD and was completed by 1572 AD. The best building among them are Palace of Birbal, Golden Palace of Bibi Maryam, Palace of Turki Sultan, Jama Masjid and Buland Darwaza. These are all the different places, sightseeing places, worth seeing places in Fatehpur Sikri. The Buland Darwaza of Fatehpur Sikri is 41 meter wide and 50 meter high. The other remarkable buildings of this place are the Palace of Jodhabai, Panch Mahal, Tomb of Sheikh Salim Chishti, Diwan-e-Am, Diwan-e-Khas and Jyotish Mahal. Churches of Goa. The Christian missionaries came to India with the Portuguese to spread Christianity. Goa was the capital of Portuguese. Many churches were built in Goa, like Church of Basilica of Bom Jesus and Basilica of God Jesus are in Old Goa. The relics of Saint Francis Xavier is kept in a coffin in a church of Goa. Goa, it is well renowned for its beautiful beaches and artistic churches. Next is Champaner. Champaner is situated in the foothills of Pavagadh at Halol Taluka in Panchmahal district of Gujarat. Muhammad Begda gave it the position of capital and named it as Muhammadabad. Moti Masjid, Jama Masjid and historical fort are different buildings in Champaner. Considering art of architecture and historical importance of Champaner, UNESCO has declared this town as a site of World Heritage. Next is the cultural heritage of Gujarat. In that, Dholavira and Lothal, these places we have gone through in the previous chapters also in detail. So, Dholavira and Lothal were the main cities of Indus Valley civilization. Dholavira is situated in Khadirbet at Bhajau Taluka in Kutch district and is known for its ideal town planning. Harappan culture was renowned as a center of trade and commerce. 5,000 years ago from today, bead making factories and ornament making shell were found out from Dholavira. Lothal. Lothal is situated near Ahmedabad Bhavnagar highway and is an architectural place. Next, Junagadh. In Junagadh, stone inscription of Ashoka, Buddhist caves of Khapra Kodia, Wow, that are the step wells, old Raj Mahal, Navgand well and the tomb of Bahauddin Wazirs, etc. These are the places worth seeing. The Bhavnath fair is held in the foothills of Girnar in Mahashivratri. Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad could be known as a historical city. Fort of Bhadra, Jama Masjid, Mosque of Queen Sipri, Rosa of Sarkej, Kankaria Lake, Shaking Minaret, Sidi Syed Jali, temples of Fateh Singh, Mosque of Queen Roopmati are the worth-seeing architectures of Ahmedabad. The Shaking Minarets outside Sarangpur Darwaza in Raipur, Gomtipur are well known for its unsolved secret of vibration. These are the two minarets. If we shake one minaret, the other will also move. Okay, so that is an unsolved mystery or secret, that how it was constructed. The Sidi Syed Grill is famous for its vegetational geometrical creation on the and minute carving, the one which is shown over here. Next is Patan. Sahasraling Lake in Patan, Stepwell of Queen and Rudra Mahalaya of Sidhpur. These are the words seeing architectures. The ruins of Rudra Mahalaya in Sidhpur suggest the grandeur of the place, which is situated 26 kilometers away from Patan. UNESCO included the Stepwell, that is the Ranini Vav, as a World Heritage Monument in 2014. This vow indicates the beautiful arrangement of water harvesting for the public usage in ancient times. Siddharth Jayasingh built a lake called as Sahasraling in 1140 AD. Apart from this, the fort of Vadnagar, Sarmistha Lake and Arcs are worth-seeing monuments. Shamlaji temple, situated on the bank of river Mesho, is an ancient place of pilgrimage. South Indian temples of ancient India. Temples of South India are famous for different style. They were made in Dravidian style of art. They are in pyramidal shape with multi-stories. One attractive stone is placed on its top. The yard of temple was very huge. Many South Indian temples built in ancient time are as given below. The name of the temple, Mahabalipuram, situated in Mahabalipuram, Tamil Nadu. Kailash temple, Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. Bruhadeshwar temple, Tanjavur, Tamil Nadu. Virupaksha is situated in Pathadakal, Karnataka, whereas Parshuramameshwar temple, Bhubaneswar, Odisha, and Vaikunt Perumal temple is situated in Kanchipuram, Tamil Nadu. Talking about the places of pilgrimage in India, India has been a land of pilgrimages since ancient time, and the people over here go on pilgrimages. The journey of Chardham and the 12 Jyotirling includes Badrinath, Rameshwar, Dwarka, Jagannath Puri. Moreover, the pilgrimage of 51 Shaktipit and the Amarnath Yatra are also considered as the most important pilgrimage. Girnar, Shatrunjay Pradakshina and the Narmada Pradakshina have great importance. India is a treasure house of rich cultural heritage. In this way, places of Indian cultural heritage gave India a unique identity in the world. The tourists from India and abroad visit Indian art of architecture regularly. These accelerates economical benefits to the tourism industry in India. Thus, 32 monuments of Indian cultural and natural heritage have been included in the World Heritage Site by the UNESCO. Thus, students, these are the various places of our cultural heritage which make us proud